You see that? An F minus on the day, and it is completely what I deserve. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another recap video of this small account challenge. And today was another emotionally testing and trying day. And once again, completely my fault. What do you want to call it? An emotional, what do you call it? Snowball or spiral, slippery slope, if you will. Started the day great and was making good, consistent profits. And then it was one trade that sent me into emotional turmoil. So enough of me yapping. Let's check out exactly what trades I took, where we're sitting at for the day, and where our account sits at for this challenge. Now, mind you, remember, we started this account with $500, and today we are down, let me pull up. Today we are down $63.50, meaning our account total is sitting at a $335.31 balance. So more than $150 off of our starting point, meaning our account is down a significant percentage right now. But so that's where we're at for the day. Let me show you the exact trades I took and what led to this today. So it started on ticker symbol EDBL. The first trade took place at 7:40. So it would have been, yeah, this one was an all right trade. I know this was a 1 minute chart trade. So let's take a look. So yes, this is what I saw at the time with this stock. So I noticed that there was kind of this kind of like flat top resistance here at $6.50, and the low of this move, at least right here, being about $6.30. So about a 20 cent difference between the stop and my entry point. So at the time, I had an ascending support line drawn like right there. And what I noticed was price dipped below it. It dropped below, but then it started to want to reclaim it. And I know, just have been trading for a little bit, for a few years now. I've seen this so many times where I know it has a likelihood of continuing, at least surging to the highs or maybe even through if it's super strong. But once again, there was no significant news on this stock today. If anything, it was a continuation move from yesterday about some new product they're launching and whatnot. So this is what I saw. So my entry was at $6.50, stop at $6.30. I kept it here. I didn't lower it here because I felt price was unlikely to return back down here. So it was at $6.30. A 1-to-1 would have been at $6.70, and a 2-to-1 would have been at $6.90. So this was a decent trade. Got in $6.50, immediately pushed to $6.70, and I added more at $6.65. So as it was pushing higher, I added more at $6.65, and then took profits at the 1-to-1, which was $6.70. And I think the rest was practically I made $1 on the rest, practically break even, because it spiked up, tried to break the pre-market highs, and then fell back down. So that was EDBL. I then moved on to GRYP, and this one had no news or anything like that. It was just a of the moment situation kind of opportunity that I noticed how it was trading. So one thing I noticed about this stock, we have to go to the daily chart for this one. So this candle wasn't here, obviously, because this is today's candle, but I noticed price tapped this resistance point, pulled back under it just a little bit. So I knew if we break this high here at $1.54, we have the chance of maybe going higher to $1.75, then to $2, and then, but this is all open space up until $2.93. So I was like, I like the odds on those ones, and I wanted to chance it. So this is exactly what I saw. So it was a multitude of multiple trades. Price was approaching this resistance point here. So I bought for the breakout only because on the level 2 here, I was seeing $1.38, this resistance point. The people on the ask were starting to get bought up, and it was evaporating pretty quickly, and then the bid started to step up. So this 45, for example, it jumped to like 60, and then there was another one for like 50. So I said, okay, someone's bidding this up or is expecting it to break. So I entered at 138. It surged up a little bit. I added more when it came back and broke up here at 140, so more in at 140, and then I was selling into I want to say towards the highs here at like 142, just because how this was moving, it was very slow. Like it was a thickly traded stock, I will not lie, considering we have 72 million shares available, or the float. So yeah, it was quick trades, but they were for decent amounts. I made more or less about like $8 on the whole thing. Got in more as it broke through the highs here, 42, added towards 45. It surged up a little bit. Obviously, we didn't get any more than like 5 cents per move, or a couple cents. So then I sold it. So I was green on that one. I was sitting up on the day at this point about $17. And it was after that once again, things went downhill. I jumped over to ticker symbol ASST. And this one was, once again, exactly like yesterday. I was just taking stupid trades on it. It seems like I take one bad trade, I hit break even, and I lose my head. It's not like I'm even red or anything. I just hit break even, and then I forget what I'm doing and everything like that. But ASST, my first trade on it was, it looks like it was a loser for about $5, so nothing crazy there. But then it was at 850 where I lost significantly. It was coming into, for some reason, I just placed a line here at $10.17. I don't know why. Looking back at it in hindsight, there's no reason for me to, there's no really reason for me to have, just because a candle had a high of that. But that's not enough conviction for that move or anything like that. But I tried to get in once it broke $10.17. As you can see, we spiked up a little bit and then fell hard. I was out on that one. That one put me red, a couple of dollars on the day. So nothing serious, but emotionally it was serious. That's when I just lost my head and everything like that. And then I tried it again right here, 858. I tried to get in more for the break of pre-market highs. It broke by a cent and then fell back down. I was out. Tried it again here, I want to say. Let me see. No, I actually didn't even try it into it was 913 was my next one. So yeah, it was after it broke that I tried to get in more. So 913 was looking for continuation higher to maybe test $11. We tapped the pre-market high again here at $10.91 and flush. I'm out of that one. And that was kind of everything after this was just revenge trading and me just hoping to get lucky. There's no actual setups on the rest of my trades. They were in the open here, around here. I couldn't even tell you where. I think I took one like around here, just trying to force it and everything like that. So yeah, it was just emotional spiraling at the end of the day. Now, I know people will say, oh, you need to be paper trading and everything like that. So a little backstory. My issue was never, as for most traders, my issue was never the technicals about it. The technicals are the easiest thing to learn about trading when it comes to analyzing the trade you should or shouldn't take. For me, it's the discipline to sit and do what it is I know. And it's like I'm sitting here, I know I shouldn't be entering this trade, but I do it anyway. And the only reason I don't paper trade is just because when I did paper trade first starting, paper trading for me was good to learn the technicals. Anything past that, there was no emotions attached to it because it's not my own money I'm trading with. There's no emotions attached to it. So I was just taking trades willy-nilly here and there. With money on the line, it made me take it a lot more serious. But I can see my flaw is I just have to, or it seems like I have to just do what it is I know I should do and not do what I know. Like, it's very easy to do the wrong things, but it's also very easy to do the right things. But it's me hoping that if I take a trade that I'm just going to make money. I'm making it connected to the money, and it needs to be more connected to the process. Once I trust the process and invest in the process, that is when I will see the money. So that's going to be the episode for today. Unfortunately, we are down 63 $63.50, putting our account at $335.31. So I will be back here tomorrow, Thursday, May 22nd, 2025, for another recap. I don't expect the rest of the week to be too extravagant, considering we have a longer weekend coming up, and maybe traders are going to be calling it a week here, depending on the kind of week they had. But nonetheless, we will see tomorrow. Dre, out.